Show me the money.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Ref the District. They got it done. What we've been waiting for all year long has finally happened. You might even say it's the best day in Commanders history. That's right. Terry McLaurin has been re-signed. I'm Nathan Perry. That's Stoner, and that's Trev. And we're here to talk about Terry McLaurin, Scary Terry himself, being re-signed. Stoner with the details right now.
Yeah, so the details are that it's a 3-year extension. As we know, he's still got a year left on his deal. So it's a total of 4 years. But a 3-year extension, overall $71 million, about right around there. $53 million is guaranteed, which is a little lower than I thought it would be, but still, I mean, it's S ton of money. And $28 million signing bonus, which is the largest signing bonus ever given to a wide receiver in the NFL. So the Washington Commanders came correct. So he is now signed all the way through the 2025 season. That's 4 years minimum of Terry McLaurin.
Just before he turns 30, which is a good thing for him. Now, Trev, you came last week with a bit of a hot take.
I did.
So where Terry McLaurin wasn't going to get signed, what do you think about his deal and him being re-signed with the Washington Commanders?
I'm honestly shocked. Shocked. I was at work today. Phone was going crazy. Checked it out. Saw that we got it done, and I was like, "What? Like, is this real? Or is this a hoax?" Like, I kept scrolling and going, and it's real. So, I'll eat my crow. I did say that we were not going to get it done because we have a history of doing that, letting good players walk, or just not doing what we should do. But we got it done. 3 years, $71 million. You said, Stoner. That's
extension. Yep.
Amazing. Yeah, extension. I saw a list. You probably have the list too of like he's now top 5 paid wide receiver, or one of the his extension makes him a top 5 paid wide receiver in the league.
Yeah.
Which I think is very well deserved. And where he is on that list, I think is appropriate too. I guess we'll get into that in a little bit, but I'm shocked. I'm happy we got it done. I saw Nathan Coleman right before we got on here to record. He's a guy on Twitter. He said that this is the first wide receiver drafted by Washington that has signed an extension since Ricky Sanders, and that was in '88. So
that was before you boys were even born, I think.
That was a year after I was born.
Yeah, I was 3 years old at that point.
I wasn't a fan,
a long time
according to spotrack.com, Terry McLaurin's 23 and a third there is actually making him the 7th highest paid wide receiver
in the AAV.
And that's average. Yeah. So Tyreek Hill, number 1, Devontae Adams, 2, DeAndre Hopkins, Cooper Kupp, AJ Brown, a contract that I think a lot of people were comparing for Terry McLaurin at number 5, Stephon Diggs, then it's Terry, DJ Moore coming in at 8, Keenan Allen and Amari Cooper rounding out the 10 there. So,
hey, we got it done. I'm happy.
Yeah. Stoner, you said they came right, but you were a little shocked about that 53 million guaranteed being a little bit lower. Now that is 75%, right? Like 74% of the money that's guaranteed. Why do you feel that was lower, or is there anything about this deal that you were just kind of surprised about?
Well, I was actually surprised in that I thought it was going to be a 4-year extension, and therefore your guaranteed would have been a lot more, right? But I mean, I'm just a fan, right? So I'm not sitting here crunching the numbers and talking to a bunch of capologists and coming up with those numbers. I'm just throwing things around in my head. But I am a little bit surprised it was a little bit lower, but you can't complain anywhere. His AAV is right where it should be. His guaranteed money is right where it should be. Washington came correct, and we haven't been able to say that in a long time.
And we gave him the highest signing bonus to a wide receiver ever in the game of NFL. So like,
he gets the respect that he deserves from everybody else, right? So he can say, yeah, I'm signing this, and not saying I had to take a pay cut or I had to take something a little bit lower than what I deserved. So he's going to get the respect from all sides. It's a win, 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 win all across the board.
It's a great day to be a Commander, I tell you that.
It is. Like I said, it could just be the best day of the Commanders' portion of the franchise's history here. Comparing some of the contracts that happened this offseason, Devontae Adams got a 5-year, $142 million. Tyreek Hill, 4 years, $120. AJ Brown, 4 years, $100. And then, so each of those were over 100. But those were also 4-year deals.
Right.
Well, 5 years for Devontae Adams there.
Right.
And then Stephon Diggs was 4 years, 96. 3 years, $80 million for Cooper Kupp. So Cooper Kupp, who a lot of people, even within the Washington community, have been saying is light years ahead of Terry McLaurin, thanks to his just Cooper Kupp's outstanding season last year, only got $9 million more than Terry McLaurin did. And then Mike Williams, 3 years, $60 million. So more than Mike Williams, and 3 years, $60 million for Chris Godwin. So more than those individuals that just got signed this year. So I think that's pretty impressive for him. And I agree with you both on the fact that the $28 million coming a signing bonus is great. Where he is being paid right now with the $23 million is great. You know, a little side note on that, he's still on his rookie contract. So this year he's only getting like a couple million, which is why that signing bonus, I think, is so large.
Right,
because they wanted to compensate him appropriately for that. And then it's the next the next 3 years. I brought up the fact that it's going to have him until he's age 30.
Right. He's in line for another deal.
I think that's very important, right? That's really the prime of his career. If Carson Wentz pans out here for the Commanders,
he will.
You have to think that Terry McLaurin will only improve and his numbers will get better.
They will.
And that's another payday for Terry McLaurin. Let's talk about now that he's guaranteed to be with the team this year, what do you expect his numbers to be?
Wow, that's a good question. I think it really depended a little bit on when he was signed. And now that he's signed before training camp, so there's no holdout, so he can get all those reps with Carson all summer long in training camp. So you don't have to worry about him coming in with 2 weeks left and trying to develop some sort of chemistry with Carson. So you got to look at what he's done and then just go up from there. Why would you not go up? He's better. He's more mature. Physically, as long as he doesn't get hurt, he's in the best shape of his career. You can't expect anything less than better than he's already done. And he's already put up some good numbers.
It would make no sense if we actually brought in a competent quarterback in Carson Wentz and our number one receiver numbers were down. That would just be like,
Yeah,
but I mean, it's a possibility because we have more offensive weapons now.
Right. Because you have more weapons now. I
still think he'll probably put up some decent numbers to prove his contract for sure.
I think you absolutely expect him to, because of all those reasons, and he's done what he's done with the crap that he's been throwing to him, and now he's got something so much better. You got to expect that he's just going to ball out this year. That
Carson probably called him today and was like, "Yo, what are you doing after the holiday weekend? Let's go."
I was about to say, it's like I want to see reports that they have hooked up for some, just off-season training together. That'd be good. Now, both of you dodged the actual number game there, so I want you watching right now to make sure that you hit us up in the comments. How much do you think, yards and touchdowns? Do you think Terry McLaurin is going to get? You're going to finally put a number to it?
Yeah. Close to 1,250 yards, and I say 12 touchdowns.
Oof. I mean, that's
Stoner. You taking the over or under on yards? 1,250. You can take the over or under.
I like the. What did he have this past year? 1,100.
He just. I think it was
almost. It was like 7 yards,
1,000. So
1086, something like that.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was even over 11. I can't remember exactly. But he only had like 4 or 5 touchdowns, I believe. But I expect I think his numbers will go up, not tremendously. They'll go up a little bit, but the quality of the catches and his ability to turn those catches into bigger plays, again, because of the quarterback, that's going to change kind of the narrative of Do you have those in front of you, Nathan? What his numbers were
Yeah,
last
yeah,
year?
I did. So you're thinking of a year before where he had 1118.
Oh, okay.
This past year he had 1053. So again, just over 1,000.
And
What
how
I think
many
you're kind of talking touchdowns was 5. So the max he had was his rookie year at 7. And I think where you're going with this, Stoner, and I agree, the quality of catches are going to be so much better for him. Where he averaged his rookie year 15.8 yards a reception. That went down in 2020 and it just barely went back up, but still lower than his rookie year there with 13.7 yards carry. I expect this to get back to around that 15 or higher mark because they're going to be able to use him a lot more dynamically with Carson Wentz, who has an arm, and being able to get, his yards per target, as I'm looking at it right now, fell down to 8.1 per target. So I think you're going to get closer to that 9.9 from his rookie season, which I think is really important. Again, this is, he's going to take this contract up until his next one at age 30. He's going to be able to sign probably another 3 to 4 year, deal worth another $100 million or so. Obviously, well, not another because he hasn't earned that yet, but it will be $100 million plus.
And I think also what attributed to his low numbers, not only the quarterback, but the offense that they had to scheme up for him because of the incompetence at quarterback. Taylor couldn't throw bombs like that, like natural bombs. If he did, they were wobbly and caused Terry to do this and do crazy stuff to get those bombs. But and so then he was running shorter routes and slants and stuff. But now we have just Jahan Dotson do that. Now Terry can take the top off. Jahan can take the top off. Carson Wentz can take the top off. Curtis Samuel.
And his best year, his rookie year, was with Case Keenum for most of the time, right?
I think so. And Kyle Allen too.
An average quarterback, but with an arm, somebody who could get it to him when he was open, and all of that. So I think that all of that makes a difference. But here's a question I have that we don't know yet. So it's kind of a rhetorical question. But how is this contract going to affect the Commanders' salary cap this year and their ability to sign guys that we all know, we talk about it all the time, the linebacker position, corner depth?
I don't think it does impact, right? Because we know that the $20 million doesn't start until next year, and then that's a part that's a raised of the cap. Yeah, well, obviously the full $28 million isn't going to go against the cap this year. That's going to be spread out as well. I don't see this impacting them. I do think it finally clears up their mental space to go after those other targets. And we'll definitely talk about that on our flagship program. Right now, we'll just talk about straight Terry McLaurin. And we want to know from you. You agree? Thank you. We want to know from you. Sorry.
You're welcome.
I mean,
I was the one who cut you off, my man. I want to know from our listeners right now, what do you think of Terry McLaurin signing this deal, this contract extension, 3 years, $71 million, 28 guaranteed, 53-ish.
Oh, yeah.
28 million guaranteed for the signing bonus, and then 53 guaranteed over the course of the contract. Let us know in the comments. Let us know what you expect from Terry McLaurin this year. Right there in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Like the video. We appreciate your support. And until next time.
Sign Terry McLaurin. Oh, we did.
Be a fan. Hey, thanks for watching us here on Ref the District. While you're at it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Check out one of these other videos here as well. We create lots of great content. Of course, we're live every Wednesday at 7:30. Things get pretty heated there as well. Until next time, be a fan.